Hi, everyone. If you guys can please, whoever's on, come in the chat, say hi, wave, something like that.
No, they can't wave.
They, oh, okay. Use the wave emoji.
Oh,
But yes, come and say hi to us. Say hi to us.
shouts out to Swole Ray, Derek Ray. Keep spending all my money, but it's all good.
Yes.
He's a man of God. Support. Faith move. Support.
Yep.
And he cold on bass. Very cold. Like super duper cold. He was on the Marvin Sapp record with Aaron Lindsay, Calvin Rogers. I can't think of the guitarist's name. Somebody, a musician in here, they'll tell me. But he is cold and he got his own clothing line.
Shouts out.
Faith moves.
Shouts out.
Shouts out to
Worth
Keish.
more.
Worth more. You're worth more. Worth more than what these
Keish
little hood rap
Boston.
boys out here spending $20 taking you out to the movies. Huh?
Neither out. So,
You can't
as
get
you
no
guys
steak from Denny's. That's trifling.
stop, don't do that. Don't do
That's an
that.
inside joke.
Okay, so how's everyone's Sunday? Hopefully everything is good. Hey Bree, how art thou? Those who are in, pretty please say hi so we'll know that you're here um in the chat. So um we actually we had a very eventful day today. Hey Siobhan,
Siobhan
I
Campbell.
called you. I called you
If you want to
earlier.
come in the room, because
Yes.
it's about to get
Yes. So what we're
crazy.
talking about today
Because I ain't
is
changing for nobody.
we hear all the time, well, that's just the way I am, or that's just the way she is. You just got to get used to her, or to know her is to love her, but that's just the way she is. She crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy Kiki. That's crazy Quan Quan. That's just the way he is. And it kind of like it to me is like, wait, when are we gonna stop? That's just the way he is or she is. And especially when we want to call ourselves, hey Auntie Boo, but we want to call ourselves,
Shouts out to the elder in the room.
yep, we want to hey
Hey,
Raven,
Raven.
we want to call ourselves Christian. It's that's just the way that I am. Should kind of leave. It should kind of, well, we should work on that, I'll say.
But we people though. So what you saying? Like I understand that you saying we Christians and all, but listen, we live in flesh. So listen, if you get on my nerves, you get on my nerves, and guess what? You're gonna have to deal with that, huh?
Yeah, but no, because when you say things like that, or when you have that
I'm
approach,
just stoking the fire, guys.
I
So
know.
don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They
just
don't know. Yes,
yeah, just
yes.
this. We not
So when
serious.
you take that approach, that's just the way I am, and what Kurt just said. Well, whatever. Like, you got to deal with it. When you take that approach, be aware that the person that you're talking to can take their way as well. You know what I'm saying? They can respond any way that they want to. And actually, I don't have to deal with you. And that's just straight up. Like, I don't have to deal. I don't. I can walk away. I can separate myself. I mean, even if we're married, you know what? I don't really have to deal with that attitude. I could, like, go somewhere else, leave you to yourself, leave you in your feelings. Oh, yes, we hear that God knows my heart. Absolutely. Yeah, what's some other saying that you guys hear? Write them in the chat.
But is there a time limit for that though? Because I think what happens is in a relationship, and y'all can definitely critique me if y'all don't agree with this. In
1 second.
relation,
If anybody want to come in, let us know, and we'll
yeah, we'll
inbox
send
you
you the
the
Zoom.
Zoom link.
We could have posted it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So what I was saying was, um,
What's the
I
time
think
limit?
hmm?
What's the time limit for that?
Yeah. What? Okay. So um, so in relationships, especially, I don't think we give each other enough grace in that area. So like, I want you to change this. I want this to change about you, but you're not giving me enough time to adapt or change to what you want. So
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
like, is there a time limit on when a person should change?
Hmm.
I guess that's my question to y'all.
It is what it is.
It is what it
Take
is.
it or leave it. Yes. Yep. That's something else that we hear. Yeah. So is there a time
Reese
limit?
in the building.
How much time y'all need?
My God, Reese, don't
Hi,
do it.
Reese. Reese, you can come in the Zoom if you want.
Yeah, stir up the pot,
Yep.
Reese. It'll
Um,
be
it'll be 50, 11 years. What does that even mean?
But I'm just saying, like, I mean, you gotta. Is that under the better or worse? Could that be under better or worse in a relationship? Like,
Wow.
come on in here. I
That's a
done.
real question.
Come on,
Bring me on.
Reese.
I'm about to Zoom send you the Zoom
We gonna
link.
send you to Zoom, okay? But is that under the category of better or worse? So where is the deliverance? Yeah, uh, yeah, but that elder, but that's what I'm saying. Is that covered under grace? I mean, is that under grace? Like, how do you kind of filter that out to say, hey,
Hmm.
like, I've shared with you that I have this issue with you. Now you taking a little long to adapt to me saying that.
Yeah.
So who determines that?
Mm.
Yeah, send me that because I'm ready. But yes, or you want to just put it in the chat? Would that work better?
Mm.
Yeah, is there a way to put it in there? Pause. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know where that came from. Just like thinking about that, is that under better or worse for richer or for poor? You know, you hear those things in wedding vows, but it's like we don't really take that stuff serious. We don't take it serious at all, and it's just like, man, like, am I willing to deal with a person's attitude or their mood swings or whatever that is
Mm.
for the sake of the sanctity of my relationship or marriage? So
Mm.
I guess that's where we kind of going. Come on in the room. Okay, hold on. So when people mean negative, do we still say?
Okay. Okay. Sorry. So, let's read. Siobhan said, everybody is supposed to evolve and grow. So I wouldn't accept this as how I am. This is how you are right now, and you choose not to put in the work to make you better. Mm. Or you don't know where to start or have the tools to plant yourself. Yeah. Oh,
The
Reese.
Zoom, the Zoom is in the room.
Um,
Oh,
okay, message that to Reese.
okay.
Can you
Reese, I'm gonna message it to you. I'm sorry.
um what Tab said, so when people mean so when people are mean or negative, do we still say, wow, that's the way I am? I think I
Bro,
understand.
I'm tripping right now.
Okay. Hey Jay. Yeah. The topic is basically, okay, hold on. Hey y'all.
Oh, there we go.
Daryl said no, because people use that for their own cop out. Raven said,
Somebody's coming in the room. Oh my God! Hey,
how are you? Look
Gang,
at her
gang.
Reese,
face.
Reese, I need you to fix your face.
Raven said, I think it is. You allow your
What's
spouse
up, y'all?
What's
space to
going
learn and
on,
grow, change. I wouldn't
Reese? Your
I wouldn't
face. I
want
need you to.
that same. Yeah, Raven, I'm sorry. Read it a minute.
What?
You look so serious. You like,
Oh, I'm in the, cause I'm eating, and
how,
see, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out
is that?
how
Is that?
long y'all need.
Mhm.
Good
Man of God.
morning.
I'm sorry,
Look
Carol.
how he
I'm
walked.
sorry.
Look how he looked
I'm
away.
sorry, Carol. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Cause see, let me be transparent with y'all
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
for a minute. Now I know I just posted a little lovey-dovey picture, but earlier today, y'all brother was about to be put out
Listen,
because it just be stuff.
listen. We
It
go
just
through
be
that
stuff
though,
that get on
Reese.
my nerve.
That's real.
Huh?
I mean, that's real though. We go
That's
through.
real. And it just be stuff that irritates my soul. And I just don't understand how you don't understand this 9 years later. You're still doing the same thing. So how much time y'all need?
Well, you know, you got to show grace because, like I said, them vows said for better or for worse. That's what I'm saying. You got to deal
But
with
how
the
much
person.
grace y'all need? How much grace y'all need?
Let me ask you a Christian
She
question.
need a
How
limit.
long did Jesus, who had to deal with us, huh? How much grace did Jesus give
I
us?
ain't Jesus.
You're
I, I, I am.
You ain't Jesus.
because that's a real question. How much time do you need? Because
No, really though. Like,
honestly,
how much time do we like? And vice versa. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, how long do you allow? How long
Yeah.
do you, give chance at? Like, how long? Like,
Yeah.
when are you going to change? Like, we're gonna be 75, and then you still gonna be doing the same thing?
Come
You
on.
still gonna be putting the socks outside the laundry hamper on the floor?
Huh?
oh shoot.
Yo, Carl, you are amazing, my bro. You are amazing. I just see you peek your head and just peek back out.
Because that's a real thing. Because honestly, it's like
Jesus.
at this point, when it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, now I think you're doing it on purpose, and now you don't want to change,
Right.
and it's like
Because
wait a
you
minute.
have grace. Because you know
Yeah.
the vows say for better or for worse.
Mm.
So you know I can't leave. So you purposely just gonna do what you want to do.
But
Yeah.
what about the chase though? What's that a motive of chase? Like, hey,
What
I
does
I
that
know how
even
far you gonna go. You know what I mean? You ain't going
No,
nowhere.
that sounds
So let me just
crazy.
test you a little bit.
You sound
Huh?
crazy. You sound real crazy. Don't
Nah.
me. Don't test
Nah.
me. Okay? This is not school.
Oh,
Yeah, don't.
Jesus.
Yeah,
This
we
is-
not in school. I'm not in school. I graduated.
right. Don't test me. I don't do the test.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't want to quiz either.
Yeah. Because like I said earlier, it's like when you have that mentality, you have to also realize the person that you're that you're talking to or whatever, the person that you're dealing with. You have to realize and understand and respect how I'm going to react to that. So if you want to
Right.
you want to stay that way, trust me, I don't have to deal with you. Now, I'm not saying divorce. I don't condone divorce. However, I do understand divorce, and not saying that we have to get to that level, but straight up, if it's something like, oh, I got this attitude, or I'm feeling this way, or I want to say what I got to say, or I handle situations the way I want to handle it. Wait a minute. Are you not in these situations? You can't just think about me. You can't think about yourself. You have to think about the person you're talking to and who you're dealing with.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
where I'm like, okay, when it comes down to what we're dealing with, I'll say marriage wise, hey, if it's something that I'm asking you for and I'm asking you to, hey, I need you to change that, or I need you to calm down with that. I need you not to use these words because these words are triggers. And before, I'm trying not to go there, but I need you to really
Y'all
understand.
gonna have to break up the fight, Reese. I'm telling y'all right now. We gonna be swing. Look at
So, I need you to understand and I need you to have compassion.
But seriously,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be the littlest thing.
Yes.
I know for women, sometimes we can, make a mountain out of a molehill. You know what I'm saying? I'll speak for myself. I am a spoiled brat. And I tell them all the time, like, you made me this way. You created this monster. But at the end of the day, if it's something that I don't like or it's something that's bothering me, even if it didn't used to bother me, we grow, we get older, things change.
Yeah.
If I'm bringing it to you, it must be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recalibrate, bro.
Mm. Oh, Jesus.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
So wait, Raven said,
what the people saying? What the people?
I think it is. I don't
here
remember
lighting it
what
up,
it is,
Reese.
but she said you allow your spouse to the safe place to learn, grow, and change. I would want that same grace extended to me by my spouse as well. So I don't really. What she was talking about was she was commenting on something that we said before. I'm sorry, Raven, but I didn't get to read it then. So now I don't. Kind of understand.
Sorry if we interrupting
really.
your date. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Reese and Carl. Y'all don't even have to remain on here. We understand that.
Daryl also said that's not only not just with
and y'all don't got the baby. I'm trying to. They trying to date, huh?
Sorry.
We could go.
Said,
I'm gonna go back to the Still alive.
Okay.
Just greedy.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Y'all go ahead and date. Thank y'all for jumping on.
Enjoy. Thank you, Smiths. Yes. So Daryl
But
All
yeah.
right, y'all.
Daryl said that's with family members and friends too.
I cannot
People
get
will
in
still
Zoom.
try it.
Okay, commented on. So she said she cannot get in Zoom.
Okay.
Okay, she's
I'm
trying
about
to come
send
in.
it to you.
Okay, Siobhan, we're gonna get you straight. But yeah, I mean, it's just I think just in relationship you have to learn. Unfortunately, you have to learn on the fly sometimes with the good and the bad with that spouse. So it's just like, man, how long, like you said, how long does it take for you to not do what I'm asking you not to do?
Mhm.
And the reality is sometimes it may take a couple of years.
Mhm.
And I mean, it sounds crazy, but I want to learn Kendra to the point to where it's like, I know what doesn't tick her off. I wanted to say
Yeah.
tick her off, but yeah, I want to be willing to learn her
Yeah.
so that eventually, even if I'm uncomfortable in what she may be saying to change, I'll be willing to embrace that at least. And in my head, I'll be saying, man, this is weak.
But that's growth though, because that wasn't always you.
That wasn't always
That
me.
wasn't always you. Let me go back to the
Nope.
question real quick. Jay said, see, LOL. Every time I watch this, I figure out another reason why I am single, because I don't know about these vows. Because how long is a worst period? Because if I'm gonna be my best, I expect to get the best. Okay.
No, that's good, Jay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yep. Tab said there is a time when we should grow out of the cop-out issue. God knows my heart is one of the cop-out issues.
Come on.
We know, and he knows when we're doing right or wrong, and so do we. Hi everybody who just tuned in.
Jay.
Commenting on Kurt's question. Okay.
Jay.
Growth. I wouldn't want my relationship to be stuck.
I'm just
a couple
joking,
of years
y'all.
is not acceptable.
I'm joking.
Years, wow. Yeah, but
I'm just joking.
No, you're really not.
Listen,
because
some men. I mean, it's not just men, but I mean, you just gotta.
Some people.
You gotta give us grace sometimes. Sometimes we gotta bump our head a couple times.
Yes.
Huh?
And that's and it's like you said, it's not just men, it's women. I don't know where I was a little faulty at, but maybe.
Listen, we not about to turn this into a full blown argument on Facebook.
So, but when it comes down to it really does take years sometimes. And it's like, man, and I can't even think of a situation, but let's say, asking, I have to ask for stuff. Okay, yeah, she don't get me yet. So me asking, so I feel, let's say it's the garbage.
Bring me on, please, Jay.
Okay, I'm about to text
in
you
that.
Thing.
Yeah, in that.
Oh, Siobhan, admit. Yep. So what my thing is, mine.
Hallelujah.
Where's your glasses? Yes. So.
I'm sorry, we have kids jumping in here asking about stuff.
Ask Juju to help you.
Y'all could come get them, any of y'all.
So when it comes down to asking for things,
I'm sorry, Siobhan, we can't see you, but yes, go ahead.
I am a stickler with that. If let's say the garbage, if I have to ask you to take out the garbage, I shouldn't have to ask you to do stuff that should, you should just do. So it kind of bothers me, so that I have to ask you for something. Hi. Oh my God, is he feeling some kind of way?
Because he was talking to me, he didn't know I was on.
Oh.
Don't do that to the bishop.
So, yes. It's just certain things that I'm like, yo, I shouldn't have to ask you, because by then I'm doing it.
Yep.
Also, if you have a no, if I feel that it's getting tense, or I feel like if I even feel that you don't want to do it, honey, I didn't change my mind. Don't do it. I'll do it myself. Don't touch us.
See, go ahead, Siobhan. No.
I was gonna say, you come to a point where I agree with what Kendra's saying, but you come to a point where I'm realizing now that I hate to have to ask to do certain things, but I'm at a point now where if I have to do it and it's gonna make me happy, I'm just gonna go do it.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll ask somebody else to do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
how are you?
Jay Monte is in the room.
Jay, meet Siobhan.
Huh?
Siobhan,
I
meet
can't
Jay.
see.
Oh,
Oh, I see now. Hi.
Hi, can y'all see me?
yes.
Jay. We seen you in the room talking, huh? We heard you in the room talking, Jay.
Listen, okay, so this is just coming from a single point of view, right?
Go ahead.
So my first thing is
Uh-huh.
these vows, for better and for worse.
Mm.
Hold on 1 second. I can't. Mackenzie, quiet down for 2 seconds. So I understand the better for worse and stuff like that, and I understand that you have vows to become married.
Mhm.
Being a single woman for some time now, I have learned to grow and to learn myself. I learned to love myself. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know me. And I'm at a point in my life where I want to protect my peace at all.
Come on, Jay.
If protecting my peace is not dealing with your foolery,
Mm.
your foolery. You keep talking about these years, Kurt, and I don't understand this because when you paying the bill to the light bill and the gas bill, you got 30 days for a grace period. That's 30. 30 days for a grace period.
Jay.
That's all you need.
Jay.
I'm serious. And I feel like this. When you love somebody, now let's go back to these vows. For better and for worse, and you want to make me happy and I'm your queen. If I baby, the way that you talking to me is not gonna work. You want me to submit to you, and you want me, to give my all and have your back and pray and cook, all of that. I don't have an issue with that. But my love language, you have to understand. You have to talk a certain type of way. So you in a tone and being demanding, if I say, hey, on Monday, now you talk like that to me, over the weekend, I don't like it, sweetheart. Don't do it no more. You don't have years to correct that because now it's a form of disrespect, right? Now it's a form of, now is it me that you really want to be with? Because you should be able to correct some things. And when you love someone, it's not the question of change. I feel like it's the question of love. I'm not asking
Jay, say that again. Say that again.
I'm not asking you not to be who you are because I wouldn't be with you if I didn't want to be, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't, accept you and wanted you for who you are. I'm asking you to grow with me because that little girl that we probably started out with probably can handle that rough and tough. Yo,
come on.
And get me that. But as I grow and I understand who I am, and I know that I'm a delicate creature, now I want to be, baby, can you please? Right. Baby this and baby that. So you just, basically, you don't got a year to change.
Jay, hey, go ahead, Jay. I get it. I get it.
And that's it. That's all I had to say. Because y'all be these vows that y'all got. Listen. Okay. That's it. Bye, y'all. I'm going to go back to
okay, I love you.
Yeah.
Love you too.
We love you, Jay. Thank you.
What's house for better and for worse? I don't think it applies to, I feel like it doesn't apply to like the little stuff like take out trash and when I ask you to do something, that's for like death, health, sickness. So things like that, taking out the trash. If I ask you 2 weeks, a year later, you still ain't take out the trash. Like that's just not doing. You just not doing it because you don't do it.
Hi, man of God. Please.
That's my guy.
Yeah. Not no year though, because the whole house will be thrown away. I'm just over his head.
Jesus.
But yes, so when it comes down to stuff like that, the little thing I take out the trash. Okay, yes, but I'm talking about maybe a conditioning. Like, okay, this is. I grew up like this. Okay, I'm gonna use myself because I know I'm not gonna get offended. So I'm gonna use myself. When it comes down to me,
every day. You talk to her.
Stop it.
It's
when
my
it
girl.
comes down to me, I'm a mover and a shaker. I do a lot.
Harlem Shake.
Like, really, like, I'm always doing something. Like, I'm always on the go. It's always something. I'm always like 4 or 5 steps ahead. And I think I said this in the previous thing and I think me being a single mom in the beginning kind of conditioned me to make steps ahead. So to the point where if I asked you to do something, you know, it's like, I didn't kind of, it's already taken me,
taking a lot for you to ask me.
It's taking a lot for me to ask.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. It's taking a lot for me to ask already. So if I see something that, like, you know, that you're uncomfortable or you're like doing it, it is like, you know what? This is why I don't ask.
Right.
I just do it myself.
You don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with it. So I'm not talking about from him. I'm talking about from me. So this is something that he has to see from me, because it's like, no, if I'm thinking about it, I'm doing it. Let's you know, we can get to that. When I think about it, I'm doing it. So with him, it could be frustrating for me because I'm like, I'm, you know, when I think that you're not doing it in a timely manner, that I'm not gonna lie, that I kind of placed in my head, this is my time. You know, if you don't do it within these couple of minutes, then it is like I already beat you to it.
It's same with the kids. If I ask you, if you're not doing it, you know what? And it's just a habit for us. We just automatically do it because I want it done now.
I want it done now.
Yeah, is that? But do y'all think that's kind of unfair? Because at the same point, it's like we're trying to. We will do it, but it's just like you said, it's not in my timing. Yeah. So it's just like, I did it, and then you're actually. I don't want to say the word fuss because then we're gonna like go out a different. But it's kind of becoming combative because like you didn't do it in the time or you didn't do it the way I wanted. You know what I mean? So it's just like, is that necessarily fair? And is it fair? You know what I mean? So
it isn't. But then is it fair when vice versa? Say if the man asks the woman, we do. I speak for myself and probably can. We do it right away.
Right away.
There's no. Give me a second. No, I'm dropping everything and I'm doing and I'm going to do it.
Come on, wives. Thank you.
But because also I have so many other things that's on my mind that I need to do. So let me get this out of the way. So I won't. So in a sense, so I won't disappoint. You know, so because to me it's like, hey, if I forget that, like, dang, I dropped the ball, and that's something big for women. It's like we don't want to drop the ball. We can't afford to drop the ball.
I'm not about to be in this room by myself getting jumped. Y'all in here, girl,
Women cannot afford to drop the ball because it's so much.
I dropped the ball,
and men can't drop the ball. Men can drop the ball too.
Okay, when it comes down to it, honestly. From our perspective, what do I actually, what do I actually, I don't want to say require because that could seem a little harsh, but what do I actually require from you? To pay the bills. I don't ask you to cook. I don't ask you to clean.
Homeschooling now, huh?
I didn't ask you because I was making plans that I was going to take them to.
Shouts out to Daryl in the room.
Yeah, you know.
We got a homeschool.
Right. So I hired my mom to help with homeschooling because I'm doing more stuff at the church now. So I'm making plans. I don't want to say provision because provision can be like, that's kind of putting me in in there, but I actually make plans. I plan it out. Hey, you're doing this. So
but
what?
You're making, so this can be, and this may be the issue. You're making plans, but you're doing it without me. So it's just like, you're making plans without me. So it's just like, shouldn't that be a two-way street? Like, yo, are you cool with blah, 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 versus like, okay, Kurt, I'm going to save you from having to deal with Jamal and Nyla during school, so let me do this. So it's like you're wiping me out from an actual process that I may want to be part of.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So
is
that I think that's kind of the, that may be the issue. Go ahead, Shabbat.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Never thought about it from that point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like first nature to us. We just do it because it's gotta be like with this whole pandemic and I'm a teacher, so I decided not to go back this year. Mm-hmm. It wasn't no question, doubt, or mind in my head. No, I'm not going back because if my kid's not going, I'm not going. Who's gonna be here with them? We discussed. I had already made it up in my mind mentally, but then when we discussed it, I'm not going back.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's good.
That's good stuff. That's
Honey,
good stuff,
that was
Siobhan.
good. It was so freeing when when Kurt gave me that opportunity. Let me read one of the comments real quick.
They coming in. They coming in, Siobhan. They coming in.
Okay. Carlton asks, what are these requests? Are these something that you can do but just don't want to do?
Why don't you just come in the room?
No. Oh shoot. All right. So Daryl said, don't forget the word obey. The preacher tells the bride to say
no.
The preacher tells the bride to say obey, but not the man's. What's up with that? I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't speak on something that I don't really know. I don't really know.
Ooh.
I don't really know.
I don't know about that.
I never heard obey. Ooh, that's
to honor,
that's
love,
a
or something like that. I don't know. I'm not calling you wrong.
Listen,
Daryl.
I'm
just saying I don't want to speak on something I don't.
Yeah,
know
because I think that will cause straight up fights at the ceremony.
Yeah.
Like, hey, our black women, they go, what?
Yeah.
Who is this preacher? Who is this?
That's also a personality thing. Everything doesn't operate like that. Jay says, see, it's words like obey. Obey who?
Look.
Obey who?
Oh my gosh, Reese is
Wait, Trey said, if I'm asking you to clean the kitchen and you don't do it right away, then I can't cook right away.
Yes, you could. So you better move them dishes to the side.
You better.
That's nasty. That is so nasty.
And I'm going to bless my food. And guess what? The Lord is going to purify that plate. Hey!
That's disgusting. I'm not.
The thing is that he's really being honest right now.
I know.
Carlton said flavor.
Now you said that you
might. My God. Especially black women, the expectation that we don't drop the ball is huge. There is so much history that goes into that. That's so true. Carlton said, but see, mind you, Carlton is sitting right next to his
don't
wife.
do that. Don't do that to the man. The guy, he working.
My bad.
He ain't working.
Men have to do more than just carrying the ball. We got to uphold the court for you to have the ball.
Come on, Carl.
The ball may not.
What?
I don't want to read this anymore.
Come on, man.
So the ball may not be our focus because we're making sure the court is solid.
Woo! That was deep.
Okay, true indeed. But then the woman also knows that you do have a lot on your plate. So if you notice, like they always say, when you put so much time and effort in one thing, something else always lacks.
Okay.
You know, things are getting done around the house and you realize that I'm not saying something, it's not because I'm upset. It's because I do know that you have a lot on your shoulders. But at the end of the day, this is your house too.
Yep. Yep. Because, Bishop Henning said something years ago. He said they were talking about how men say every time you turn the lights, that's me providing for you. That's me being a man, or, paying the bills. That's me being a man. He said, that's just you taking care of your responsibilities. Because if the wife wasn't here, you'll still be paying the bills for your own house. You'll still be providing. You'll still be putting food in the refrigerator. You'll still be doing that. So, let's not just put that as I'm doing this for you. Nah, you would do that regardless. So to me, I'm like, yeah, I mean,
but I'm paying them on time for you, huh?
Ain't no
done
on time. Ain't no late fees up in here, huh?
Lord, Jay and Reese go at it together.
Listen, we can't be doing this.
Reese,
this chat ain't for this. But it's combative.
My mom said, I told the preacher to take it out. Talk to some older women.
Oh
yes,
my gosh.
That was in the vows. So that was in the vows.
Obey.
When she got married, she said, don't you don't.
Oh, you know what?
I
think it is love, honor, and obey. It was something like that. Love, honor, and obey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yikes.
Oh, Kendra, that was good. Sorry, Auntie Boo, I don't know what you're talking about. But you ain't buying food for extra people.
Come on.
It. No, because if there wasn't, if I wasn't there, you still got to pay bills. No brownie points there. Right. That's no brownie points because you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Listen.
That's like some, when men be like, yeah, men say, yeah, I got to babysit my kids.
No, I never said that. I never said that.
No, you never said that. But
that's crazy. That. Yeah, that's crazy.
Ain't no babysitting.
And ain't no you watch them. You watch them. No, ain't no watching our kids.
Yeah, that's crazy.
honey.
That's ridiculous.
No,
Yikes.
that's whack. Or the extra lights the folks leave on in the house. Right.
I just turned off a couple, Carl. Come on in here. I'm like, bro, I pay these light bills. Let me turn these joints off in here. What's wrong with y'all?
That's not up to the way. That's you reprimand your kids because they turn them all on. All right?
I did not.
Listen, I reprimand them too bad. So you tell me to be a little kind-hearted. Huh?
Oh, stop.
Kendra.
Please.
I'm about to come out this room.
It's getting a little tight. But yes, so when it comes down to that's just the way I am, honestly, coming from that perspective that I used earlier from me, I can honestly say that, hey, maybe that's something that he can really be kind of like, yo, you know, when you move, because I think if you don't move right away, and because, you know, like everyone said and agree with, when it comes down to the women, it's like dropping the ball is really, really big to us because we have a lot of responsibility to uphold. Our main job is to be a helpmeet. And when I can't be a helpmeet or when a helper drops the ball, it's
and
like, yo, yeah.
I'll let you in to help.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Mm.
That's a whole nother thing because that's something that we kind of dealt with. It's like, you know what? I kind of hold in the stuff that I'm dealing with or my worries or my cares because I don't want to put that off on you. And I'm like, wait a minute, but we're a team.
Mm.
We do this together. I uphold you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to be a help. Yes, maybe it's something that I can't do about it. Okay, but that doesn't mean you hold it.
Jay is going in.
But also, I
Go
hear
ahead.
the word procrastination.
Procrastination.
We're not doing no gun sounds up in here. I know we got our license, but let's chill. Okay. We got our license at the same time. Okay. Let's chill out.
Annoying.
Procrastination.
Yes.
That's what it is.
That's a big.
That's a part of being set in your ways.
That's a big pet peeve of mine.
But maybe we just need a little push from that help me. Say, hey, you know what? Let me assist you and get you.
So that my heads can get ripped.
The way that I am, and that will make me mad.
You don't think some stuff make me mad? Huh?
Oh, we know.
So Jay said the man is on the court with the ball, but us women is drawing out the plays, mopping the floor when y'all
don't mop no floors.
The court. Yes, what?
I run the play when niggas' hands holding the court.
Come on, Carl. Come on.
Y'all been slipping
time for the huddle.
Who holding the court up?
Who on the court? Who on the court?
And who taking care of the court while you on it? You slip and fall. What are we getting?
No.
A towel to wipe it up.
But here's the thing. If the man supposed to be the foundation, right? Meaning everything is built off of what he does or what he doesn't do. If a man is doing his job,
do you need to be in the room with us?
Don't interrupt the man of God.
Lori. If a man is doing his job and he's holding down what he's supposed to hold down, you won't recognize what he's doing because it's part of his constant flow. You only recognize what he's doing wrong because it's an outlier that he doesn't do. So when a man holds the court, when he's doing his job holding the court up, right? As in, you got this. You can turn this on and off, right? You feel this heat. That's the job about providing and everything. When the man doesn't do his job and this gets turned off and ain't no heat, now you're out of bounds to where that court ain't stable. So yeah, you can plan about dining room table not being neat how you want or whatever. That's superficial. But when the main needs aren't in place, that's the main needs of the court.
So everything don't matter?
Everything else is superficial. Meaning if it's one plate on the table that you want it how you want it to be.
We got kids for that. That's not.
Well, we do got kids for that. You ain't never lied.
I know that can be real. Boy!
Kid, I call him kid one, whatever your number you is. Come here.
Right.
Sorry, go
that's
ahead.
part of that's what I'm saying about the court. That's about the court. As in if those are foundations,
got your own side stuff going on.
Dribble and draw plays and all that. But if my hand's holding up the court, help me draw up the plays. I'm not asking you to help me hold the foundation down. I'm asking you to run the plays because my hands are busy holding this up to make sure that we solid.
Oh, but yeah, that's what. Okay. Well,
yeah, that was good.
So that's good and deep and all.
But I'm talking about, you know what? Never mind.
Now try it.
That's good and deep and all. But
I'm not talking about play. I'm talking about the things that I don't know how to do. I can't put no beds together. I can't put no blinds up. I can't do all of these things.
Office hours are 9 to 5.
what movie is that?
That's my brother. That is my bro.
What movie is that?
What movie is it?
Oh, that's 5 Heartbeats.
5
Heartbeats. Yes, it is. So yes, back to what Jay was saying, because that is true.
Jay,
you know, because we are. But the thing is that we're a team. We're a team with that, and we giving y'all the pep talks when it's time for the huddle, and also a darn cheerleader on the sideline in heels and lip gloss.
Y'all not multitasking like that.
Jay, don't forget the heels and the lip gloss.
What?
You want us to do all of this stuff and make sure. Hi. Wait, which one? That's Morgan.
I'm trying to hold her edge.
Y'all all look alike. Would you stop? Because for real, that's a real thing. Y'all want us to be all of this for you guys. In jeans, heels, lip gloss, not even jeans. In the right stuff, smelling good, hair all whatever. Or in your case, hair down and straight.
That's right.
And make sure it's it's yours.
For P&I's my girl.
I'm sorry, Siobhan. I got I don't know the word.
I did.
You know what you like.
All of this.
Yes, thank you.
My last comment is saying we are the help. Yeah, we are the helpmate. No, Kurt, get up and do it. Thank you. No. If that makes you feel better, then sure. My late great pastor said the man is the head, but the woman is the neck. Without the neck, women, there is no head. Men, where we turn, you look to lead. Okay.
Listen,
yes.
we ain't trying to be all spiritual, Jay. You being too spiritual right now. We just trying to be practical.
You know what?
I don't want to hear about
it's this whispering that is really pissing me off.
See, stop it.
But yes, so it comes down to stuff like that. And what's some other things that we hear? We hear the God knows my heart. This is just the way I am. Accept me, take it or leave it.
So just to elaborate what I was saying earlier, some people, when you're even dating for a long period of time, or if you're married, I know for me, I didn't realize, you know what? I'm not the same person that I was.
Come on.
In 2006.
Yeah.
Not the same person I was 2 years ago. And for somebody to say, oh, that's just Siobhan, that's just how she is. No. I don't want people to remember me by how I used to be, because I'm not.
Right.
Come on, Siobhan, you're preaching.
Said, if somebody says, oh, that's just how I am, I couldn't accept that, because I'm going to expect for you to grow. If we're going to be around each other, I'm not, if we're friends for 10 years, 5 years later, I don't expect for you to be the same person that you were 5 years. I wouldn't be a friend if I didn't expect growth from you. You just saying that's just how I am. I'm just going to do what I want to do, and you're going to have to just deal with it. No.
Right.
Even in a marriage, I can't accept this. I'm a procrastinator. This is just how I am. No. In a marriage, we're supposed to help our mate grow and get better. If you're not getting better and growing and you're in the same spot, then that's something that you need to go see some counseling or we're not going anywhere.
Yeah. You said something. You said in a friendship. And the question that popped in my head is, are there any expectations in the friendship?
Should be.
Yeah.
It should be.
When it comes down to stuff like that, because honestly, for me, I have friends, you're my friend, and I have friends, but I also respect and I honor your lives.
Right. You're not trying to change. I get what you're saying. So if I have a friend, if you tell me this is how I'm not going to force myself and say, you need to change. You need to change. You can still be you, but I know that as you're being you're going through a process.
Yeah.
You're not going to stay there,
I think Go ahead, Shavon.
I've had a best friend. Kendra, you're my friend too. Mm-hmm. But I've had a best friend for over 20 years. We're not the same as what we were when we first, when we first were friends. I would necessarily say we're not, because we live so far away now. She's down south, I'm up here. We're not even necessarily as close as we used to be.
Yeah.
I know that if I pick up the phone, we'll still be back at where we were as if we, are next. But she's not the same.
Yeah.
I'm not the
same. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
No, I think that's good. I was going to say, piggyback on what you said, Shavon, it's like, I think that's important too, to have, I think, to kind of pile on to what everybody's saying. It's like to have friends there that can hold you accountable. So if you know that I'm going to use an example, if y'all knew that me and Kendra was like fist fighting, I'm for sure know that if Carl finds out, he'll be like, yo, N-word, what you doing? Like, he's gonna be like, yo, Inja, what is you doing, bro? Like, and I would respect that, because it's like, I want to have that type of person in my life to tell me if I'm wrong, especially coming from a male perspective, because it's like, yo, like, what is you doing,
and
bro?
a male perspective that you respect.
Right, a male perspective that's in the same fight as me, from a male perspective.
I got another question.
Okay, go ahead.
So with the male perspective that you respect, does it have to be somebody that you respect that you would actually listen to? So let's just say it's somebody that come from a failed marriage.
Ooh.
And they say, you know what, Kurt, this is, what I see that you're doing with, or you know what, Kendra, what I see you doing with Kurt, don't do that. I really need, I'm take it from me, because
Go ahead.
Me and you had a conversation. And I would say that, I'm not gonna, because a failed marriage, I'm not gonna dismiss what she's saying, because like we said, no marriage is perfect.
Right.
So for anybody to say, I'm not gonna take any advice from somebody that's had a failed marriage, why not?
Right.
Because they can possibly be helping me, to not commit the same,
because if somebody says their marriage is perfect and something ain't right.
Right. Come on in here.
Because that's a lie. So and that's why I say, when it comes down to that, I agree, because it's like, yo, tell me where you messed up, because I don't want to make that same mistake.
Yeah.
Now again, just because somebody offered I say it all the time, just because somebody offered their 2 cents don't mean you have to deposit it.
Right.
So you can take it, and I use the sifting method. I'm a baker, so I use a sifter. I put the flour in there, and I use the sifter, and what comes out is what I can use. What I can't will stay still at the top of that sifter. So what you tell me, I use my sifting, my Holy Ghost, yes, I use the Holy Ghost to me. So I use my sifting method, and I say, hey, what can I use and what can I throw away? What's the saying? You eat the chicken, spit out the bones, but chew the meat, or whatever. I heard an old saying that. But just because they say it, you don't have to take that to the bank.
No, go ahead, Shavon. I know you was about to say something there.
No, I was agreeing.
Yeah.
I was trying to go in. Hey.
No. No, I think with that, I agree. It's just more or less, I think I would say if a man's telling me that, I'm going to super duper duper check the motive, because it's just like, okay, you're telling me that for what? You know what I mean? It's just like, you have to check kind of the motive. So like you said, of course, the sifting method, I agree. But it's just like, for me, I know my personality. So if you're telling me, it's like, bro, like, why do you, it's almost like I want to say, why do you care? Like, it's just like, if we have that type of relationship, I'm going to absolutely receive what you have to say. But if it's like, yo, you just Joe Smo, and you trying to tell me how to treat my wife, like, bro, you had a wife. Like, what happened with that? Like, I would say something smart like that. I would, like, it just flows through me like that. Sometimes I gotta pray. Like, bro, like, I understand what you're saying, but it would really be, for me, it would be tough for me to receive that unless it's somebody I have that, like you said, respect level for.
Right.
So yeah.
No complete stranger that you don't know.
Like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Or even somebody who wants to be, because that's another thing. We love everybody. But there's some people who kind of like, ugh. Anyway, we're not gonna go there. So, but back to that, with friendships, because honestly, with me, I have little expectations for friendships when it comes down to that. And I'll say this is why. Because I know I am aware and I respect your life outside of our friendship. So it really doesn't really bother me when things don't go the way, or when plans fail, or when things don't work out the way that I'm thinking it should be, or even if they said that they would.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But we got Carl said this is a good point. He says, but how do you let people in your circle to even be able to give you advice? Like, it's hard out here to connect with folks and feel comfortable with sharing person. That's so true, Carl, because it's like you kind of have to, it's like a vetting process, almost like, okay, like Kendra said, of course, Holy Spirit, but as well as just like, they're going to show their fruit. Like, you can see people's fruit and see their intent from kind of, that's just me. Like, so I would encourage you, man, like, if there's anything that anybody can do in here that can speak well into a marriage, huh? So, I agree with your point, man. It's just trying to find, I would say, trying to find the right person you can vet and kind of see what their, I guess motive is what I'm thinking of again with that. Yeah. That's tough though. That's real.
Yeah. In general with folks out here, I agree. Yeah. I mean, it is tough. It's tough to deal with, because it's like, but also we kind of, like I said, we kind of hold that sense to us, like, man, well, actually, what success have you had in your marriage? And it's like, it's not all,
and I think
it's not all daisies.
I think what it is that sometimes with other, and I can't say this without, okay, so I'll say it this way. There is, you have to be careful with that too, because you'll find that some people, although they're married, they may basically spread your business, Carl. So I understand totally what you're saying, because you could be around some people, but then they will be the same people that would kind of spread your business. So it's just like, you have to really vet that. So it's like, I can share stuff with Carl Siobhan, I don't mind saying, I can share stuff with them, and it's like, I know that it's not going to go. It's going to stay where it needs to be. And on top of that, they're going to hold me accountable. But there's going to be other couples that's just like, nah, bro, like, we good.
So what he's saying,
right, so.
Yeah, because what he's saying is it's literally that. So how can you get that? He's asking, how do you get to a place where you actually are, where you can find that? Where the real kind-hearted, selfless people stand up, stop with the hidden agendas. No, for real.
That's facts.
It's really, because it's like, man, I don't, and also it's like, just because we have the same, we may have the same likes, interests, doesn't mean that they're helpful, or that they're what is the word that I'm looking for? Just because we have the same interest doesn't mean that you're beneficial for me.
Right. Be toxic.
So, right. You can
Come
be toxic.
Here.
And it's like, well, because honestly, I want to have a friend that doesn't condone my carnality.
Yes.
And that's just me personally, because I know I can go there, but for me personally, to be my close friend, don't condone my carnality, because I don't need it in this space in my life. I don't need it. I don't need anyone to condone my foolishness. Please.
Yes.
And I'm making this public to the 12 people that's on here and the people who are going to watch the replay.
Listen.
If you're my close friend, don't condone my fool. Check me. Like, when I say check me, I am so okay with being checked.
Checker.
I'm a
checkers, like checker.
Don't do it.
Huh?
Will, thank you.
but listen here.
It's true though.
My boys, let me go minister in Brazil. Huh?
So, when it comes down to it.
I missed it. I don't get it.
They want to go to Brazil.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Right. So we just don't comment on it. So when it comes down to it, don't condone my foolishness. When it comes, like, for real, because I've been there before. Like, this is Kendra 2020. Like, we're not dealing with Kendra, like you said, Kendra 2006, Kendra 2005. No, I'm not doing all of these things anymore. That's not who I am.
Exactly.
So, where I've been in church my whole life. Listen, it wasn't until these past couple years that I really got it for real, where I'm like, you know what, God, I really do want a relationship. So the things I used, it's cliche, things I used to do, I really don't do no more. And I want you to help me, push approve. And I want you to help me to
stay
to stay there. Yes. Mm-hmm. Help me to stay there.
And elevate.
Yes.
Come on.
Like, for real, because like, it's so many things that are at stake. Just think, I'm just saying, just for us, just quick testimony, just for us, just this past year, 2020 has been something.
Come on, Carl, y'all sung that today.
Downs,
come on in here.
We had downs, but we also have ups.
Yeah.
And it's just so many things that, like, God is making plain, and so many doors that he's opening. I don't want to kill any of that with my foolishness. I didn't even know, like, certain people, like, who would have even thought that we'll be doing Help I'm Married to a Musician right now.
That's true.
So me being out here being crazy, I don't need nobody who's a babe in Christ to be like, yo, that's the girl I see. Sis, you bugging. Dang, she hugged the camera. You know what?
Because she did.
Janila was asking me if she could purchase an app, and I had to approve her. Thank you very much. So I'm talking and I'm being a mom. Multitasking.
Girl, get out my head.
Listen, I bought the computer. Huh?
No, you didn't. You ain't buy this computer. I bought this computer.
It's about, I tried.
Focus, dribble that ball. Spare me. So when it comes down to that, don't condone the foolishness. And I charge you guys to do the same. Like, get some friends that's gonna tell you,
like-minded believers.
Knock it off.
And it comes from a place of
love. Yes, that's it.
Not trying to throw your power around and what you can and what you shouldn't do. No,
right.
No.
It's the tone and the delivery and the sincerity and all that.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Our children see us.
Talking or needs to talk to you. Sometimes they don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
You can talk.
Yeah.
Yes.
She dropping nuggets.
Yes.
I ain't changing. Girl, you get on my nerves. Oh. I want you to keep up. I'm asking
But yes. So
oh my gosh.
With all of that, like, for real, like, our kids see. And I didn't even know. Janai, we had a good service today, and our daughter came over to us after service, and what'd she say?
She's like, Dad and Mom, like, Dad, you're what you say, a musical prophet.
A musical prophet.
Like, she'll never talk, she don't talk.
She don't
like
talk
super
like
deep,
that.
deep spiritual. I'm like, okay, Mom, you are too, because we had to speak at church today, so it was like a new experience of us speaking. We're not gonna say preaching. We were speaking.
We're speaking.
Nope.
But it's just you don't even realize it. It's like, what are you doing that your children will see? And I say this all the time, and it kind of checks me. It's what helped me to check myself. Am I if my son was to find a girl that he wants to marry that was just like me, would I be okay with that? If Julian found a wife or found a girlfriend that was just like me. So if KK found a husband that is just like Carl, if Janila found a husband that is just like you, would you be okay with that? And that's what makes me check myself.
Hold on.
God made me, he broke the mold.
Come on, Carl.
I just threw up.
Come on, Carl.
So, that's what I say.
She got the Undertaker eye roll.
So that's what I say to myself. That's what keeps me in check. Like, how I am. Now, I'm not talking about how y'all see me, or how y'all see me in church, whatever. No, but how I am with my husband behind closed doors when there's nobody around. when I have my attitude, when I'm PMSing, when I want my chocolate, you know, whatever the case, like,
okay.
When it comes down
when she
to
throwing drumsticks, where that drum bag at? I want my chocolate. Girl, she threatened me one time, Carl. She's like, I'm gonna go in that room and pour water all on your keyboard.
Yeah,
I said, what? That is Satan.
Honey,
that is Satan.
He made me so mad.
All you gotta do, Kurt, is pour water over her makeup brushes.
Wear makeup. How you doing?
Oh, she don't. That's right. Well, the husband who got
threatened. I don't care about shoes. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about purses.
Jewelry.
Oh.
I don't care about jewelry.
Not that. Not that.
She
well, you can't see me pointing.
Oh, shoot. Don't touch my Apple Watch.
I'm gonna break that Apple
Don't
Watch.
touch anything rose gold. There it is. Rose gold, that's my thing right now. But, you know, when it comes down to that, like, that really keeps me in check. Like, for real. Like, when even my ugly moment.
Listen, that was, for me, I think that scared me straight. Like, bro, like, in my BC days before Christ.
I did.
And I was out here wilding in these streets.
Come on.
I'm like, I got a daughter.
What you got to
say? I got a daughter now, and I'm like,
yeah.
Jesus, please, I plead the blood, because I might have to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. And that's just that. But let's think about even personality-wise. Okay, yeah, we can talk about sleeping around. Yeah, that's evident.
Dealing with somebody with no type of personality.
Personality.
Man, they gonna be saved.
Great Jehovah. We trying to be serious.
Listen, they gonna be saved.
And Hot Fudge is over here playing.
They gonna be saved.
Okay. Nickname.
That's how I say. But
you better not say nothing else.
All right then.
No, you hate that. Don't do that.
Oh my
gosh. I know it just makes them so bad. But yeah, so those are the things that really checks me.
Quiet now.
Yeah. Oh, you mad? You feeling some kind of way? But those are the things. Like those are the things we have to say to ourselves. Like, for real.
Oh, this chair. Please, Lord, trim this chair.
All right. What I mean?
Yeah. No, man. Nothing, brother. They was in here. They was in here.
If you had, if Paige brought a guy home.
Oh.
First of all, Paige ain't but 8. So
come on, Carl.
If with my 8-year-old, y'all won't see me.
No, she means when she's older. Think about Paige personality.
I'm sorry. I'm just. It's
I ain't worried about it.
You know.
Come on. Yes, Carl. Yes.
Got that permit, so you know.
Yeah. Yes.
Listen. If it's Paige, I ain't worried about her. I'm worried about him.
Listen.
But well, go ahead. You were saying if when Paige brings a guy.
Okay, go ahead.
I missed all of that.
Okay, so he said just repeat your question.
So if Paige was to bring home a guy that is just like you, now think about in and out. Like I'm talking about, oh Jesus, I'm talking about attitude, personality, pet peeves, everything about you. Because some things is like, I need to really submit this. With that, would you be okay with that?
Paige ain't gonna do that because Paige is like me. So she really wouldn't bring home a guy like me because Paige is technically.
We literally.
So what I'm saying is.
Should I say Morgan? I mean.
Yeah. So, but anyway, if a daughter bring home a guy like me, how can
Would you be okay? Would you be okay with that?
I would like to think I would, because at the end of the day, what I hope the young man has is awareness out of anything. So if he's aware, he realizes his shortcomings and he realizes where he falls short as a man.
Reset hypothetically.
Restoring shots, bro. Restoring shots, man.
I love you, sister. I love y'all relationship.
I'm not worried about Mabel. I'll go see her later. But if he's aware, he'll realize all his shortcomings and he'll look to get better than he was the next day before. And he'll realize that he'll realize that he's perfectly human. So he's gonna have great days where he's as a husband, and then he gonna have days where he's just like, yo, you are trash. But I hope his ratio is more like 80-20, where he's 80% on the ball, and then that 20% he ain't quite there.
Are you 80-20?
I think I'm 93-7. You know, that's
Devon, is he 80-20? I mean, who's going to tell the truth over here? That. Who's going to tell the truth?
He's telling the truth.
Think of myself high and lifted up. And
my God.
Here's the thing. I may not be the best, but I do my best.
Come on.
So if I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities and let the chips fall where they may. Now, it may not be how you want me to do it.
Yes.
But is it not done?
Come on.
Right. So,
come on.
With that, people of God,
come on.
Realize that.
So, how would you feel, Kurt?
Ooh, where you at, Kurt?
Almost said it.
Listen.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
Right. She wilding already, and I ain't even said nothing.
You see, the man that asked me to do that, you keep doing it. So you ain't changed.
Reset, boy, bye. 872.
The question.
No. I mean, I think I would be cool too. It's just
what? I need percentages.
I would be cool. Oh, percentage? Percentage of man.
Come on, Kurt. Lord, you running, trying to make 100 because
99.
Did you take that, Sabrina? Annoyed. Okay, so because you're still joking,
Jesus.
I have work to do. And that's just me being honest. I have work to do because of if Julian was to bring home a person that was just like me.
Sweet Jesus.
Oh, I got work to do.
We have to put him in protective custody.
First of all, just a little bit. So, son, go ahead and get your pistol permit. So when it comes when it's me, I say I have work to do because of I know how I can be. So there's some moments because I'm not even gonna say there's some days, but there's some moments where I'm like, yo, I'm good. But if something really bothers me, I'm going to voice it. And what I'm working on now is how. So if it's something that really gets to me, something that bothers me, yes, my delivery can be something. And that's something I was like, listen, that's just who I am. You're going to take it or leave, that's, you ain't no take it or leave it. You're going to take it because this is how it is. Like, I'm not about to paint some beautiful mood and let's be at a sunset with dinner made. And then I'm just going to lay my concerns down on a table and let's make it nice and pretty. No, I'm like, Ninja. I am like this right here. This makes me really mad, and I'm paraphrasing. I got kids over there, so this really gets to me. So I need you to check that, or whatever the problem is. But I want to work on delivery. That's my biggest thing that I'm dealing with right now. Natasha said, how? Me too. I'm working on it. Delivery. Yes, delivery. How I say it can really make or break.
Yeah, because how you say is how if Kurt is going to receive what you're saying.
Receive it.
Right.
Because if you I'm not listening to that.
Yeah.
I'm about to get offensive. Yup, I'm offended. Now we'll go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dang, that's not where I was trying to go. I was just trying to.
Exactly. But old me, I'm like, okay, before Kurt, I'll say, because when I got with Kurt, I kind of like, I asked God to really give him, and he really did. He did a work. Yeah. But before Kurt, I'm like, yo, bring it on. Fighting is what I want to do. You want to have a fight? You want to have a fussing match? Fine. Please. Great. Actually, I mean, I'm great. Yes, let's do this. But I got with Kurt, and Kurt is like, chill, and he's like, well, this is that. Of course, Kurt has his moments, and I know people can't imagine Kurt getting all upset, but Kurt gets upset, so.
Kurt gets
Jesus turn over tables? Didn't he do it before?
Hey man, if Jesus did, so can I.
Come on.
not this table.
Spare me. You better not turn over this table. You know what you pay for this table. But yeah, so I want to work on delivery.
I think at sometimes at some point in a marriage, all marriage want to work on delivery. Because when it's that heat of the moment, it's the heat of the moment.
It's heat.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta realize how you're coming off until the person that feels offended tells you, hey. So I think that's something that all marriages need to work. That's part of communication.
That's good. That's good, Siobhan. Because we're good. But yeah, like at certain times it was like, yo, I'm about to like, okay, you throwing little jabs, but my name's Kurt Johnson. I'm about to just like knock this out the park and it's over. Like, and you're not gonna want to talk after what I gotta say. So it's just like
what happened?
Call me.
Who?
Mabel.
Hi, TT. Hi, TT.
Nobody studying that dude. I ain't studying that dude. You ain't studying that dude.
Oh my gosh.
My sister like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Nah, I mean, you got to be willing to change. I guess that's
You got to be willing to. Enough is enough with this is just how I am. Well, let's work on getting better. Together. Let's work on getting better.
Amen.
Let's do it together. What is that look for?
I didn't say nothing.
I'm confused.
No, I just thought about something. I'm going to go there.
Go there.
What person? What if that person is just like, it's just a part of them and you don't even see it. It's just them. Like the word procrastination, I don't think that's something that's going to go away in 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
What she said?
She just said, okay, so back to the beginning question. How long does it take again? How long it take again? Dang, I'm not going to be able to use this line.
However, it takes,
Bridget,
how long it takes is how long you choose to stay where you are and not try to grow for yourself. Don't worry about I can't say don't worry about yourself, but your spouse has to want to do it for themselves, and you got to do it for yourself.
Yes. Yes.
You're not going to keep getting the same results with doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But I think that's the part of marriage or relationship that's where love comes in. To have that grace for that person.
Yes.
To give them opportunity and chance to actually grow and develop. So Rome wasn't built in a day. So you can't change something that you've been doing for however number of years you've been alive,
right?
And then stop tomorrow. It takes 21 days to build a habit, 90 days to build a lifestyle. So you got to get time to make changes. And then you got to realize too, when you're saying, I don't like this about you, you making that person look in the mirror and realize what they're doing that's causing hurt to you. So that's a lot to take in.
What you just said, though. Say that again, that part. When somebody, say it again, what you just said.
Which part you stopped me off?
Don't do that. When you said, once you keep saying, when you keep saying it to someone that you don't like something about them, it's like, okay, now I have to, they keep saying this, keep saying this. Sometimes you have to say, like he said, you have to keep saying it until the person, it really clicks for that person to say, you know what? Okay, yeah, I do keep doing that. Maybe I need to work on that so I can change that.
But that's the awareness I was talking about, right? So if you have awareness, you're taking in what's being said. So let's go biblical, all right? Some plant, some water, some get the increase, right? Well, it's kind of the same process with us. So your first time or few times saying it is you planting that, like, this is an issue. Then you have to water why it's an issue. So you say, hey, this is an issue for me. That's the planting. Then you say, here's why it's an issue. That's your watering. Now let's work through the issue. That's your reaping from working through it. So it's still a process. Right. And because of we're a microwave society, so
come on, man,
we want everything right now, quick and instant. But a perfect work takes time.
Yes,
right?
Come on, man.
So I'd rather measure 3 times and cut once than have to keep cutting and then go and buying material because I messed up that one piece that I had.
You preaching, man.
Yep.
I was rushing to get through it.
Yep.
Opposed to if we are able to say, okay, all right, babe, let's do this. Let's take 90 days. Like same with how you doing your job. Let's take 90 days. And we're going to have a probationary period for 90 days to work through something.
Yeah.
And we have a 90-day review to see how we press through those 90 days and see if we made progress.
Now
and
that's
how
good.
If we hit these benchmarks, all right, cool, we made progress. Nope, you failed here, you failed there. I'm sorry, we can't progress forward.
Well, okay.
Those kind of principles, we don't think about it in those general terms, but it's like we can't be so heavenly minded we know earthly good. So we got to bring everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear all this word, but where's practical living as believers? Where's practical living to where you can say, I can apply this to my life and see actual tangible change?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the word grace comes in, which is why I said if you have awareness, you're aware that, you know what, she's giving me grace when I'm up here being trash. All right, man, I got to do better. Or, man, is she really saying that? Okay, let me take time to self-reflect on what I'm doing and want to make her feel bad because if I genuinely, truly love you, I don't want to put you in that position to where you don't feel appreciated and seen, and understood and heard and valued and loved and appreciated. No, I want to make sure that you're hearing and receiving all of that. So let me do my job to correct that and go.
But
You are preaching. I'm sorry.
Other thing is when it comes to your spouse, you don't always just like, you know, we don't know everything that goes on in our spouse's head. I don't need you to tell me every single time I do something wrong. I noticed it.
Right.
Let me get there so I can work on it.
So I was going to say that, like, when does making my spouse aware becomes nagging?
And redundant. Like, it seems like you're antagonizing me now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Work on it.
So let's go Bible for a minute. The woman who had the issue of blood, what did she nag doctors for how many years?
12.
So she kept nagging to get a result. And we call it nagging because it's annoying something in us that, man, we ain't even doing it. So the person that's being nagged calls it annoying because you're being called on a crap that you're not doing. So the mirror is saying, that's right, now look what you didn't do. The annoying part is I don't want to see my trash. Right. I want to see my beautiful, my beautifulness. That. You gotta keep presenting that like, yo, this is trash. Look at that. That's
right.
That's
but why? Like, and as the person is saying that, I'm saying, yo, that's fine and well, but you don't know this. I'm going through a process of my own, and I'm trying to correct this. Mm-hmm. So every time when I feel like I'm making progress, you come out and say, this, you're trash. It's like, damn, bruh, I know. That's why I'm getting offensive now. Like, dang, I know. And you keep calling it out, and I'm working on it. I'm not working it on a pace that you want me to work on it. I'm doing it. And I'm not telling you because it's something that I got to do for myself internally.
No, and that's a good point. That's a good point, which is you have to let the tangible results bear their fruit. So you can't just talk about it. Go ahead and let's be about it. And there's a guy on Facebook, he says, my actions are so loud you can't hear my words. And when he said that, it resonated so hard because it was like, that makes sense. My actions are speaking so loud for me, I don't have to say what I'm doing or not doing.
Yeah.
But maybe the person is like, hey, you're not giving me what I need, so I'm asking more. And the reason why they're asking more because they have a level of respect and admiration, and they hold you to a high standard where like, I know you're better than this. So I'm going to hold you accountable because you're better than this. So if I come to you and say, babe, I need this from you, I know you can do it and beyond, or I wouldn't ask of you to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that it's well within your reach to exceed it because one, if you do it, it's going to make us better. Whatever it may be. So if you're getting better, that means we're getting better. Yeah. And vice versa. Say to me, Carlton, you getting on my bleeping nerves, but you say you don't cuss. You getting on my nerves, correct X, Y, and Z. I know that me correcting X, Y, and Z is going to make things better for you, but then make things better for us.
Yeah.
So you have to have the awareness to recognize that you're being given grace.
Yeah.
So But
there is no time. That's the thing. There is no time.
There's no time, but you gotta still see some kind of checkpoints.
Or some change somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
And allow it to happen.
Yes, that's grace too.
You can't talk about today, and on Saturday you like, where is that?
No, that's trash.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Listen, I think I want to steal that 90-day thing, Carl. That was like,
you think about it, man. If our jobs put us on a 90-day probationary period, do the same thing with anything that you're doing, whether it's your health, your finances, your mental stability, whatever. I'm gonna give myself 90 days, so that way, if it's gonna be a part of me, it's gonna be permanent.
Yeah.
It takes 90 days to go to lifestyle. So if after 3 months, think about 90 days is technically around 3 months.
Right.
That's a quarter of a year.
Yeah.
If you can't make change after a quarter of a year, either you don't want it bad enough or you're not giving enough effort to work towards what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to a relationship, it's constant work.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no manual. When God made Siobhan, he didn't make a manual for me to read. Oh, wait, when she get to year 37, let me turn to chapter. No, there's no chapters to figure out where she's going to be. So we have to work to understand each other every single, not even day. Sometimes it's every single moment.
Right. And then also, you, Kendra, you, Kurt, me, Siobhan, me, Carlton, you don't know that you are changing because you're living in your moment and life is going by so fast. So then when this whole quarantine allows you to sit and be like, wait a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I see me changing in this area. You just get up the hustle and bustle of life that you don't have that time to self-reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of self-reflecting going on.
But it comes back to, if there's a genuine love,
and
I'll take in what you said, because intimacy is you saying, I want you to value me, hear me, appreciate me, respect me, want me. Okay. If one of those tangents is being neglected or is going default,
I'm gonna tell you.
Tell me so I can make corrections. Now, don't think somebody's a mind reader, whether you're male or can't tell, because you can have a bad day because you drop food on the floor, you can't find something.
My glasses.
An episode might have ended bad. You ain't like how it ended because put you in a bad mood. So if a person come into that room and I know why you're upset, so you just don't know. But you have to tell that person, here's why I'm upset, and here's why I'm upset with you. When that point comes up, now it's time to make a conscious effort and a conscious decision to say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And all right, let's go from here.
Let's be real. That those kind of arguments. I mean, well, you said this is why I'm upset. No, it don't go like that. You could say why you're upset, and then I'm not gonna upset why you upset. Nah.
Because sometimes how it's said, like you said,
Kendra,
can be hard. And then there are times too where that can be your opinion, and then if you discuss why you're upset, you all may come to say, oh, maybe I was out of bounds. So two things can be true. You can be mad while you're mad. I can be mad while I'm mad. They're both true.
But you can't tell me why I'm mad is not a good enough reason for me to be mad.
And the same reason why you can't tell me why me not understanding why you're mad is not a good enough understanding either. No, because they both.
I'm saying there's no time.
But if you come to the table like, all right, let's air this grievance out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take time to communicate and let's walk through this.
Yeah.
Let's mediate the problem.
Right.
Right. So keep it 100. If you love each other, you're gonna put up with a whole bunch of crap. So having a conversation that's uncomfortable is part of the crap.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in that moment, you got to sit there and say, okay, I got to deal with this crap right now so that we can get it cleaned up and be on our way.
Mm-hmm.
It's uncomfortable. It's challenging, but anything that's worth doing is going to be hard. Because if it was easy, everybody would be able to do it and be able to succeed at it. So obviously, you don't get these many years in or months, depending on where you're at in your relationship, without putting work towards it and doing the hard things.
Yeah.
So, it's man, being married hard, man.
Yeah.
But
Nah, bro, y'all drop like Serious facts, bro.
Yes.
Y'all drop serious facts.
Yeah, because the 90-day thing is great.
I'm
is
like
wonderful.
Seriously. Yeah, that I think they answer your question, Jay and Reese. 90 days. That's what.
But
the Prophet Carl.
It doesn't take 90 days.
They're
not saying it doesn't take 90 days. What they're saying is 90. Do like a self-reflection.
Yeah.
What's that progress report almost? Like, what is your progress? What have you done in these 90 days? And let's stick to it.
Yeah, my job have a quarterly review. So it's like they do it in 3 quarters. So it's like, all right, we're gonna review what you did, what you saw, blah blah blah, tell you where you can improve, tell you how you're doing. So I didn't even think of that like in a relationship sense. Like, yo, like,
and being open to that.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing. Because the 90 days is wonderful, excellent. But let's be open to that.
Yeah.
Because even in this moment we can say, 90 days, oh my God, like that is Rayma. But when we come down to that and it's like, yo, you need to fix in these areas, it's like,
Ooh. They hit you with some questions. Okay, you see that, Carl?
In here. Ooh.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying. I just looked at that like, oh, okay.
What did Bridget say?
I was just say that though. I was just about to say what I don't know, Richardson said.
Oh, OSHA.
Okay, wait 1 second. Let's read Bridget's first.
Yeah. Okay. Bridget says, what if the other what if the other spouse invalidates your feelings about what upsets you?
What if the other spouse invalidates your feelings about what upsets you?
Jesus.
I just said that. Like, you can't tell me that if I'm upset about something, you can't sit here and tell me that's no reason for me not to be upset.
Yeah.
Man,
that's the point. No,
what you say?
I said that's just like what I said earlier. Like, if I tell you that I'm upset about something and I explain it to you, you can't tell me that that's no reason for me to be upset. That's you invalidating how I feel about what I'm feeling at that moment.
Yeah. Making me feel obsolete. That's a big thing for me. Like, if I don't like this,
I'm not going to discuss anything else with you again about how I feel if that's what you're going to do every single time.
Your response today determines my actions tomorrow. Basically, if I'm bringing something to you, because again, like I said in the beginning, it's already taken a lot for me to bring it to you because I'm trying to break that pattern in my life. I'm trying to break that. If I'm coming to you with it and you respond in a way that makes me shrivel up, then trust me, it's going to be, you won't hear it again.
Right.
Possibly nothing else.
Right.
Later on.
Mabel, my sister made a good point. She was saying that that's a respect issue. And that's legit honest. 2 things can be true. You can be mad, and I cannot understand why you're mad. But that doesn't make either one invalid to where they can't be received and understood. So I don't understand why you're mad. Explain it to me. And then, I don't understand why you're not making the connection. Let me help you. So, but the respect is I'll take the time to hear you out.
Yeah.
So where the respect comes in, to say, okay, let's work towards that. And then OSHA says, which I think all ties in, OSHA says that what if there's no progress in the 90 days? I come back again and I say that's respect. Because if you respect something, you're going to give effort towards it.
Yes.
So with all these, so Kurt and I love sneakers. So with all these Jordan releases and everything, we respect the sneaker game. So we put the effort into tracking when they're going to come out. What's the retail price of them? What's the resale price of them? If I can do that kind of effort for a pair of sneakers, why can't I do it for somebody that God supposedly gave me to help make my life better and easier?
Honey, say that one more time. Hold on. Okay. The sneaker level just came back.
Whoa.
You talking about sneakers.
Come on, man of God.
So, we caught 2 major W's this week.
Come on, bro.
So I was saying, Kurt, was how you and I love sneakers and how if a spouse doesn't make the effort towards changing or doesn't validate what you're saying about your displeasure with the relationship or whatever, either male or female. I said that it comes down to respect. That if a person respects you, they'll listen to what you're saying, opposed to just hearing. So they'll listen to what you're saying, and then say, okay, I love you enough to make this change. And I'm saying like how we love sneakers and how we'll take time to follow all the bloggers, and we'll track the release date, look at the retail price, the possible resale price. And I said, if we could do that kind of work for a pair of sneakers, what more should we be able to do for somebody that we're supposed to love and gave to us? So therefore, the respect for you as somebody that I'm attracted to physically, emotionally, mentally, and even on a spiritual level, that respect should say, I don't want to impose upon that and make that invalid or null and void. So let me do my job and be right. But that comes back to, again, the awareness of I'm being trash right now to say I'm not for that respect, which then says I'm not validating who she is, which really says then I don't have genuine love for her or him, her or him.
Right.
Because hey, if I have love for you, I don't want to make you feel any type of way opposed to just feeling like you are the best thing ever for me. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm not doing my job.
Come on, bro. Man.
Yes.
All facts, bro.
Yes. And Bridget said again, what if your spouse no longer respects you? What now?
Shoot.
Everybody looking around.
Child, girl. No, that's a very serious question. Honestly, it's time to get an outside mediator and figure out the root cause of that problem. Because at some point in line, somewhere down the track, the train got off track. What caused that derailment?
Right.
Walk back to figure out what was the root cause and that seed being planted of disrespect. And then see if it can be resolved. That's what I would say. I'm a proponent of therapy and counseling because another vantage point helps you see what you missed.
That's good, man.
So sometimes you think you're, like I said, I think I'm a 93. I get the therapy or counseling. I'm like, no, bro, you're a 33. Here's where you're missing the other 67%. What are you going to do about it? And here's from what they're taking in, because they have no tie to the matter.
Right.
It's a third party. They can give you a very objective feedback where you went or where you went good.
Right.
Seek that, and don't be so prideful to think that you don't need help.
Yeah.
That's why God gave us these resources. People will study for years to understand the isms and the schisms of relationships and people and mentalities and all of that. Utilize it.
Yeah.
We use Docky. We use these phones. So why not use resources that can help us be better people?
Yeah.
Bridget,
that was the answer. That was it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Can't see. I can't see.
Always remember we bring the favor.
Yes, Reese.
Oh my Lord.
Bridget said, yeah, I'm not married, but it's a lot of women that are in this boat and they accept it and live miserable.
Sheesh.
And that's true. Because honestly, we have somebody that we know that literally would not go and seek counseling because they thought that would be uncovering their spouse.
Yeah.
So it's because like, oh, I'm telling on you.
Right.
So I'll just live in this because I don't want to, because I feel that I'll be uncovering you by telling on you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, because some people really have that mentality. The spouse was like, hey, well, we don't need to invite nobody in our business because this is our marriage and yada, yada, yada. And it's like, well, I want to go seek counseling because I feel that we need help.
Yeah.
And
okay.
They just live in it and just deal with it because
that's tough.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
But what?
That's hard. at that point,
isn't that like kind of like
you gotta look at your
like
you gotta look at your self-worth now. Is because at that point, that's mental abuse, if you ask me. To where you're in a state where you have to do you're doing all these mental gymnastics, trying to go back and forth with, well, what did I do wrong, or what am I doing right? When the person just being trash, at that point, you can't love anybody else if you aren't loving yourself, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, you aren't loving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If the person keeps showing you that they gonna give you their behind the kiss, at that point, like, you know what? All right, I done tried everything.
Or
you
threats.
done tried prayer. You done fasted. You went to this women's conference, that prayer conference, this conference. You done saw this counselor, that mediator, and nothing's changing.
Yeah.
That's time to say, okay, it's time to cut.
Also, the opposite of that, if you're not doing if you're not haven't even tried to do any of those things, you're not yourself neither.
No, it's you. The respect will generate an effort.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's effort, then I mean there's no respect. So if there's no respect, then we got a real issue.
Right.
Because if you don't respect me on this, and it could be a small thing,
right,
that grows something
Big
and
ball.
snowball to where you can't stop, you can't control from taking over the relationship.
Sheesh.
Now so if you can't agree upon a spending budget for your household, what's gonna happen when somebody get laid off then?
Come on, brother.
So now how you gonna face that snowball where it's only one income coming in for your family? All right, now how you gonna maintain life if you all weren't on the same page about how do you spend? Do you buy name brand or store brand stuff? If you can't agree on that, and that's an issue. Well, I'm gonna get what I want, you get what you want. Those little small things.
Yeah, man.
To where
shouts out to Mother Dowdell in the room.
And as soon as that seed keeps getting, again, some plant, some water, some get the increase. That works both ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Negative and positive.
Yes.
So we don't think about how we plant negative seeds and we water it with negative.
Come on, man.
We get negative fruit
results.
back.
Yes.
We don't think about that kind of stuff. But it's the truth.
TJ?
Talking good.
So
who is Tim Jim? We trying to figure out who's trying to join this room.
Somebody trying to join the room.
I don't know.
I don't know. So
is it TJ?
No, he ain't got no brother. Like everybody we know. But when it comes to that, at the end of the day, the respect will hold you accountable. I keep saying awareness. The word that keep hitting me tonight is awareness. If I'm aware of you, meaning that we've been together this amount of time, and I see that our chemistry is off, our vibe is off, like we ain't clicking something, all right, something wrong here. What did I do wrong to mess this up?
Today.
Oh, that's TJ.
That is TJ. Sorry.
Yo,
TJ,
come back in the room.
Sorry.
Oh, shoot. I knew. I'm like,
on Zoom. That's why. I'm like,
yo.
Oh, I can't see him.
Okay. Ken, tell him to resend. I'm sorry. I'm like, who is Tim Jim? I'm like, I said TJ, and I'm like, she's like, that ain't TJ.
It was him. I'm like, TJ.
You want to burn?
No, I don't care. Hi, boo. Hi,
Say
Molly.
Nephew. So that's the thing. I think, and again, what we're saying may not be able to apply to everybody. And this is where you gotta. Somebody said, you know, chew the meat of the whatever, spit out the bones kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. Okay, here's what we know can apply to our relationship because of our personalities, and here's what we know won't work because that's not how we think or view things.
Yeah.
Figure out what makes the most sense, but at the same time, it has to be a mutual respect for both parties to say what's what we're gonna do in regards to that.
Yeah,
is what I would say to that. But it's interesting because
Glad you came in the room today.
respect can change over time too, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for the good and the bad.
And that's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because
dangerous.
You can lose respect for a spouse.
Well, just this.
The same way how you can gain more respect. So
yes.
if that
it
spouse
could be situational, yeah.
And that's where it gets real. If y'all got a real genuine relationship, it shouldn't get to that point.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because you gonna know something's wrong.
You gonna feel it.
And if you don't see that, then at this point, something in the milk ain't clean, as the old folks would say. And it gotta it gotta be to a point where you figure out what's the real deal of how you get in my house.
Oh my God. Reese done reappeared.
I was gonna bring.
Oh, you get in my house.
So
they was like, we gonna bring them on.
Yeah,
I hear him in the background talking.
But Kurt, and y'all been saying a lot of things though. Those who you have around can hold you accountable.
Yeah,
that helps. So we may not be able to see how we messing up and how we're spewing this out real bad and how we're causing negative issues. Mm-hmm. But those outside, you can see like, yo, something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Can we come to you and say, yo, y'all good?
Nope.
Yeah.
And if that question is asked, understand that it's a genuine ask. It's
Absolutely.
Not being nosy like, yo, your vibe is making our vibe weird.
Yeah.
The vibe.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Come on,
that's
Snap.
a real thing. Sorry, that's a real thing.
Tim Jen, that's his name.
Oh my gosh, that's a real thing.
So if we got so we'll use the three of us couples here. So my sister and brother, they can call me out like, Carl, you're being trash. And I know that they're not saying it to be funny. They're saying it because they see something. The same way how I expect for Kurt and Candace to do the same thing. I expect for Candace and TJ to do, or Tim Jim, whatever he going by in these chats, to do this. To do the exact. I expect you all because one, for the Smith and the Dowdells, you all were there when we took our vows.
Yeah.
If you were present, you should help us hold accountable, and vice versa. TJ and Candace had me in the hottest on the hottest day on the earth that God created, and the hottest day of hottest days in a 7-piece suit, getting married. So I want to hold them accountable when crap goes wrong.
Yeah.
Because I was there, and I have a genuine love for you all. Where did you
copy from? Yeah.
Same thing with the Johnsons. We done been to each other's houses. We done a lot of crap together. We've seen each other at our highs and lows. So therefore,
she done called me out.
Call it. Oh. So call it out. If it's trash, you're off right now. Am I? Yes. Here's why. And the spouse can't be like, yeah, you is wrong. No.
That's a man.
Chill out, sit back, and let that mediators come in that you love.
Yeah. So just to recap real quick, Ken. Basically the topic is, what is it? Something about I'm not changing or something like that. So basically, we hear the sayings of, well, that's just the way I am. Deal with it, take it or leave it, whatever. You know, whatever characteristics we have, not only just in relationships or marriages, but in friendships and all of that. So when it comes down to that, what are we doing to evolve? What are we doing to change? You know, are we, you know, why aren't we changing? You know, why do we just accept, why do we just accept that's just the way I am? Why do we want to accept that? So,
but I don't, and so coming back to that, and don't mean to be so talkative, but I think it's kind of personal because, so we're musicians. Kurt and I and TJ and some of my and Carl, my brother-in-law, we're musicians. I shouldn't be the same on my instrument. Don't do that. Yes, he is.
I'm done.
God, I don't like you. We should not be the same today like we were next week. It should be improvement. If I can do that on a tangible craft, I can do that and make improvements in my relationship. But the reason why you can make improvement because you want to make improvements.
Yeah.
You don't want to sound the same like I did last month or last year. Mm-hmm. So if I'm holding myself accountable for how I present my musical craft or our craft, I need to hold my relationship the exact same way. So I don't want year 9 of our marriage to be like how year 10 of our marriage was.
Yeah.
And Candace's question was, so what if the person is not being honest? Was not being honest, or like they don't share what's really going on. Then that means they don't feel comfortable. So if they don't share, they don't feel like they're in a safe place to share that.
Yep.
What they're sharing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that could be one.
Male or female, you can't. When you're sharing, you let somebody see a vulnerable position of yourself.
Yeah.
So if I'm letting you into me or intimate into me, giving you that, then that literally means I have to pretty much be naked in front of you emotionally, thinking wise, to share with you what's going on. That person doesn't feel like I can expose myself to you, because are you going to expose me? Are you going to throw it in my face? Are you going to hold it against me?
Are you going
to throw jabs?
We in front of
like
people?
That's why you're crying now, because your daddy was in there. Like, that's trash.
Wow.
Like,
and that's real stuff.
When a person's dealing with that and you're pushing that button, they say, all right, bet, never again.
Yeah.
All that adds up, and it comes back to respect and awareness.
Yeah. We have that, but as well as what we were conditioned to. So if we were raised in that type of atmosphere, that the mother dogged the father, or talk the father in your kind of way, or or vice versa, because I come from a background of strong women. So with my cousins that I'm around, they say automatically we do what the women tell us to do. My cousin just said that a couple months ago.
Yeah,
we do what the women tell us to do.
Male cousin.
My male cousin.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
We do in our family, we do what the women tell us to do.
Crazy.
And it's like, but why? Because we're conditioned to that.
He don't want friction. It ain't no because it's conditioned. He doesn't want friction.
He doesn't want friction. Yeah.
Because literally, nobody wants to be bossed and told what to do.
Yeah.
But if I don't like that, this is how I am. You're gonna take it or leave it. You know what? I'd rather just do it and not have to hear this than to deal with that friction. Because a strong woman or a strong man, at the end of the day, you're still not giving your other person respect to hear why they don't like that.
Yeah.
So it don't matter if this is who you are, this is how I was raised. Okay, that don't matter now. When we got married, that became zero. So all that doesn't matter anymore. Mm-hmm. What affects relationship right here is what should matter.
Yeah.
Want a happy house, then each spouse should be heard on what the problem is that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm off and I'm just crazy. But you could be a strong-willed, and you could be a strong-willed and still respect others, because you do it on the job, you do it at church, you do it when you're driving. So why can't you do it with your spouse?
Oh, but what if you have a sensitive spouse?
But why are they sensitive?
They just sensitive.
What do you call sensitive?
See, that's that word. That's that word, Reese. That's
like with somebody that's just super sensitive, like.
But what is sensitive? What do you
think like this? Like, say somebody says, "Oh, you talk hard." Like, but what if I always talk hard? You know what I'm saying? And now you don't like what I'm saying, so now you want to be sensitive and it's about the delivery. Now, my dude, I've been talking like this. You just don't like what I'm saying. Now you're being sensitive.
Or they probably never liked it and just thought that they.
Well, then don't choose today to say something. You should have been said something.
Please.
They didn't feel comfortable to say that though. If they didn't feel, all right, this is a good day. The same way how you didn't want to ask your parents to stay at somebody's house, you had to time it out. Like, hey man, can you go ask my mom to stay with you?
What in the?
What just happened? What just happened?
I don't know.
He all right?
Yeah, he good. He alive.
Jabbar. So
wrestling on Carl. Wrestling on. He just.
Oh dang. So the same way how you had to ask your parents, like, all right, I want to ask, but I don't want to be yelled at for asking.
So you asked for me.
You asked for me. You ain't got that in no marriage. It's you. You gotta say, I'm gonna go to the person. But if your parents always barking, no, I don't want to hear that. Then what you gonna do? No, you good. Is what I would say to that. But again, if you respect your spouse, you would hear what they're saying to you.
Yeah.
And your respect for them and your awareness for what they're saying would say, okay, let me listen to what they're saying and not hear just to respond.
Yeah.
Let me take it in.
Oh, honey. Oh, that's a real thing.
Let me take it in and see. Okay, here's what they're saying. Here's what I'm trying to say. Okay, where's the greater?
I'm sorry.
So
I'm reading what.
Ask y'all a question.
Block TJ.
So you know how they say, like, and I agree with this, like, you should definitely, you know, listen to hear and not to respond. Mm-hmm. But when you're arguing, do y'all argue to win? Or do you argue to
not anymore?
Not
me. I'm arguing to win. If I'm gonna argue, we're gonna argue.
And not anymore.
Listen, Reese, we used anymore. To. Now, not anymore. But I was the type of person where it's like, yo, you gonna argue with me? Like, all right, like you throwing, like I said it earlier, you throwing jabs. All right, I'm just about to. This is a kill shot. Like, and you're gonna feel the wrath.
Type that if I smudge his sneaker, he's gonna kill my dog.
Right, Carol.
It's like he has to one up. Kurt was the type he had to one up. He had to one up me, and I'm like, bruh, listen, we just come on, like. We just gonna be one upping each other. We gonna be in built about.
I'm trying to unblock TJ. I'm trying because he.
I just wonder, like, people be like, oh, you know, like, there's no such thing as argue. I feel like arguing is healthy. Like, honestly,
yes,
it's very crazy.
The right way.
Who says arguing is healthy?
I feel like it's healthy.
Arguing the right way is healthy.
Mama said left at the hospital.
I feel like it's healthy.
Behind.
I feel like arguing is healthy. I feel that couples, when they say like, "Oh, we don't argue," I feel like it's fake. It's a falsehood.
No, so you do disagreement or argue.
Both of them.
But
I like
to what extent?
Both of them.
Because you off.
Both of them.
So conflict is healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I would call it. I would call it conflict because we don't have to.
You're not being real.
No, I don't want no yes man or I want a yes woman. That ain't my thing. But
come on in here. We ain't rolling like that, huh?
No, Mabel.
Where's your
Yeah, dude. Dang.
Because arguing is okay. Because honestly, Kurt and I, we don't argue. We have disagreements. We have healthy conflict. Now, does it get heated? It gets heated, but not to the point where we are fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? We come to an agreement.
That's not what I mean. Uh-huh. When I say argue, I mean basically like a debate, like a back and forth.
Oh yeah.
If you yell agreement and it's getting violent, at that point, we just don't need to be together. Because if I feel like I gotta put my hands on you.
But you're also a man.
So. Exactly. But see, he done got stronger than me. See, before we're not gonna but
oh my gosh.
Like I feel like arguing, the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like back and forth. I say that's arguing. It's not like a screaming match. It should never be a screaming match.
That's a discussion.
But a back and forth, that's an argument. But I still want to win.
Oh yeah, I hate losing.
That's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I was saying.
That's why I don't understand when y'all two get it. It's not gonna go nowhere.
Now we argue.
But she knows she not. First of all, she know I don't be off if I speak on something. So
you was off a little bit earlier, but we
off winning, child.
So when it comes down to me, it's not really about winning. It's about being understood.
But that's the win.
If you understand me, we don't have to agree. So let's say baked chicken. We're arguing over baked chicken and the way it's seasoned. As long as you understand why
Okay, I'm sorry. Jamal getting beat up in here. Hold on.
As long as you understand where I'm coming from and why I do the things I do, whatever the case, as long as I'm understood, that's fine. We don't have to agree. That's totally fine with me. But I just want, what I need from you is understanding. That's
what I need from you is understanding.
All right, we
so simple as 1, 2, 3. But that's what I want.
They ain't simple as 1, 2, 3 though. They lie.
But you know why?
God bless.
Go ahead, John. I'm sorry. I'm literally trying to get TJ in the room. It's not letting me unblock him for anything. Like we trying to figure this. Yeah, it's like
Candace come in.
Put Candace in.
Yeah, I just sent you the link.
So
so
when you're in the disagreement or whatever like that,
and
you're saying you're not in the argument, you're not in the discussion to win or whatever, or to be understood. Sometimes your being understood is null and void and not important. And what I mean by that is, if you took a car and crashed into the house, I don't want to understand why you did it. What you did was just wrong and off.
No, I don't agree.
I don't agree with that now because you have.
Because so if I'm mad, you pissed me off, and that's why I blew the house up.
My God.
I'm not blowing. I'm blowing the house up.
Well, we got insurance, so we just, we out. We out.
Blowing up the house up.
We out, y'all.
Now I might blow some clothes. I ain't blowing up no house.
No, but I'm just saying, like, don't try to act confused when I blow the house up. You knew what you were doing that caused me to blow the house up.
Did I?
Yes.
How?
Because I gave you 90 days and you didn't.
No.
She using that 90 days. My God.
But if you give it 90 days and then you book on day 91, you didn't have time to review and say, hey, here's what you didn't do good. So you can't be a reactionary. Well, 90 days is up on day 91 at 12:01 midnight. If this ain't what I'm doing, it's going, no, you can't be going there. You can't be going all Byron on people, whatever her name was. Be a respectable adult and say, okay, let's look at and talk about what you done did. Where's that arguing getting you?
Yeah.
Where's all those actions getting you?
I won.
Okay, you can win.
You trying to win.
You can win, and you can say that you didn't realize what I did. But again, if I'm not aware of where I'm going wrong in these 90 days, where there's no checkpoints, you can't say I missed the mark if there's no checkpoint to say, hey, here's your progress report during these 90 days.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
So the checkpoint in 90 days should be 21 days. Every 21 days.
It should be whatever y'all establish. But
it has to be agreement. Yeah, I agree. It has to be agreed on.
You can't just say, I get 21 days. I thought I had 90.
No, you do, but we're going to talk about it at day 21, and we're going to see where you at.
But if that was never agreed upon to start, person's like, I got 90 days. Like, I'm gearing up.
So you going to wait till the day 88?
Some folks do. I don't know. I can't speak for them. But if that wasn't the agreed upon deal at the beginning,
can you please get this off?
Then what you going to do?
Reese. Listen. Okay, can.
You push mute.
Y'all mute, man of God.
You guys are muted.
Person.
There you go.
Yeah, I was saying we can do this. We need to do this in person.
We need to do this in person.
I said we got everything we need to do. We just got to set up. We know, life and stuff, and COVID, and hey, we not outside with a cold projector.
We sneaking off into the house.
Oh
my gosh! Yeah, we have to do this in person. This is hilarious.
Still trying to Tim Jim in?
No, Candace being bougie. I don't want to be on camera.
Girl,
that's what you said in the chat.
She don't have to. TJ can.
Yeah, just get it on the TJ, Can.
Candace, you want to give TJ the phone? That's what we voting. Tim's in. That's his name.
Tim's in. Yeah, Tim's in now.
What?
Long story.
Yeah.
Tim's in.
Yes.
Like Zen.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's trying to grow and be better.
Oh, my brother.
Ain't he so nice?
Mm-hmm.
He joining, but this is a very interesting conversation. I've learned some things tonight.
Me too.
I thought I had a handle on or have an understanding of, but again, in all that getting, everybody trying to
come. You better speak.
Charles live no more to help we with the stuff around the house. Tired of asking.
Nothing. She just being a jerk.
I was being a jerk. That means that
so
I'm
are
not
you?
Call you
is Tim Zen or Tim Jim joining? What's going on?
Tim, I'm about to text this. Yo, he text me right in the midst of this.
Are you serious?
Okay, so what we actually can do is just we can end this live and just do
we need to converse because we gotta figure this out because this is gonna be hilarious.
So okay, well when it comes down to this, should you change? Yes, over time.
Oh wait in the midnight hour. I'm gonna turn it. Oh, Shondo!
So loud, man of God.
Wipe it so it can show you in, bro.
The Zen is in the room.
Hey yo. You are ugly, bro.
I know.
We are on Facebook Live still. So, we're about to end this Facebook Live. You got something to say?
No, the Zener came on he got to contribute. Nah.
I don't really have anything to say. I mean, I'll answer it, but
come on, D. Come on, DJ.
For real though, because I was cooking dinner. What y'all was talking about?
Bruh, cooking for bag.
Nah, it was good. The boys ate it all, so we straight.
They're baby Mikeys.
They're little baby Mikeys.
What was we talking about?
Should you change?
How long do you feel like you need to change, TJ?
However long it takes.
If you were told that you need to change something, how long do you feel you need to make that change?
A long time. And the reason I say this because think about as a human how long it takes you to learn to do stuff, right? Mm. Like anything you know how to do right now, from the most minute thing to something major, it probably took you at least 6 months, the fastest, to learn how to do. Whether it be talk, walk, crawl, run, anything. Learning how to do something different than what you're programmed to do takes time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it really just like a Rome wasn't built in a day type thing. You know what I'm saying? And you just have to be willing. Like everybody's growth curve is different, just like in life. Like just like we this is about to sound mad. I mean, we all had the kids who weren't as smart as others in class. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be, losers when they grow up. It just took them longer to learn 5 + 5. But at the end of the day, the teacher was willing to let them take it in 5 + 5 = 10. Whether the advanced class got it in October or the held back class got it in June, at the end of the day, they both figured out that 5 + 5 = 10. So it's really a situation by thing that you got to know, like, yo, especially depending, like I can just use myself for an example, like coming from a situation with like no pops, stuff like that, and being an only child, like that's a lot of stuff as far as personal accountability and self-reflection that unfortunately I had the ability to avoid for 30-something years because I really didn't have a reason to deal with it. But good old COVID has kind of given me nothing but time to deal with myself and see, like, man, you can be a jerk in some places. Yeah. Hey, man. Hi, Chanel. You're a jerk. So fix it. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Carl. So it's just like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's curve is different. You just have to be willing to kind of lock in and let the change take place before you give up.
So 6 months, meaning 120 days.
That's 180 for those who are bad at math, like I was just talking about.
Okay. What he was saying was it takes time and everybody's arc is different. What he was saying, everybody learning arc is different. So you still have to give that grace to that person to figure out what their arc is. And in that time you're giving them that arc, you or the person that has the grievance has to have the grace and the patience to see that they're trying. And
right. It can't be you going like, I don't like the way you do XYZ. So a person is working on XYZ. Again, no one's perfect. So day 18, they may have a slip up and revert to an old way. At day 18, you can't be like, see, that's what I was talking about.
No, because that's what I was talking about. You're supposed to be working on it.
So you're working on it isn't perfection though. So you're literally expecting the person to be better than Jesus.
You know what my problem is? Let me give you this. And I'm going to just be honest, Kendra, Siobhan, I feel like women, we don't get that kind of pass.
Oh, whoa.
What?
Whoa. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I don't feel like
whoa.
Thanks to God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we might have to,
we're gonna have to take this off of Facebook. We're gonna release the church because this is gonna get a little
church.
We don't get that kind of pass. Am I alone?
Hold on. We need to do a better setup for this where we can have this piped in
We don't get
Okay.
Not always. We do not get that pass. I don't, and I'm saying this from experience.
But nobody. So then nobody. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all basically saying what I just said because nobody gets that pass 100% of the time.
Right.
And that's kind of the problem.
You hear what he said?
No, what he said?
Say it because you was talking.
I said you're just saying the same thing I said, just from your angle, which is nobody's perfect, and unfortunately, neither male or female extends the grace that they should when they should.
The same thing, because what I'm saying is we don't be messing up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Like, no, and I'm being so serious. It sounds really funny and it come off really comical, but I feel like as most times the women first of all, I don't care if you put him on there. You could put him in all his facial expressions on. What I'm saying is most of the time, and I'm being so serious, I feel like it's always the man that's like doing something. It's, you're just always.
Now, can I give you? You got it. You got this one.
You know why? Y'all, because we
the ones complain. We just always got.
Y'all always got something to say about something.
Because
y'all just
always doing something.
Y'all just can't let stuff be like you. You say it's negligence, and it's just like it ain't that serious to worry about. Like,
but it is serious to me.
Because the thing is, one of the key differences. This is something that I had to I apply to myself because again, y'all know me, so y'all know how I can be. That's all we have to say. Mm-hmm. But at a certain point, you have to really weigh it in your brain. Like, is this wrong or do I just not like it? Because those two are 100% different, and it's one of those things where if you're not careful. It's like in church. I tell people this all the time. Like, you ever heard somebody in church get up and say, God told me to do X, Y, Z? Did God tell you to do it? Or is it something that you really want to do for God? Because those two things are, even though they sound similar and they can bear similar fruits, the roots of them are totally different. And it's the same thing in a relationship. Like, is it wrong or do you just not like it?
That was very wise.
That was deep, Tim. Come on, Tim Zen.
I agree.
Tim's in. He's in the room.
He's in the room.
I agree. And then again, I agree with what TJ was saying, but I think the difference is women, yes, we are more vocal when we don't like something, or you got to fix it, or you get on my nerves. What I've been noticing lately, I can't speak for any other man in here, but Carl, is men don't say anything when we do things that are annoying. That part.
You know why though?
That part.
Now, Kurt, Tim, y'all want to take this?
Let me jump in right quick.
But then you want to throw it in our face when we sound like you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
My service tonight. I'll preach yours next month.
Okay, yeah, and then we trade the same offering dollars.
There you go. Yep, go ahead.
So this is what I'm saying with that though. Two things. One, a lot of times, again, I can't speak for Carlton, but he's my man's for the last 14 years. So I'm pretty sure he's going to say the same thing. It goes back to what I just said. It's not a fact of it being wrong. It's just something that gets on my nerves. And getting on my nerves is a personal thing that I can just deal with and get over it. Now, if I choose to bring that up in an argument later, yes, technically that is wrong. And I can apologize to the Lord for that. Something else that you have to realize is
to the Lord.
The general makeup of men and women in communication in any sort is kind of hard because in our physical general being, get out of there. Put that down. Ooh, she's about to get over it. Men are bigger, men are louder, men are stronger, all of that. So if you're in a conversation, a man can come off as elevated and heated when he's just in his natural state. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I feel like if both sides realize and both sides try to kind of pull a little bit back, it will make communication more effective. Because, like, I know that's something I have to work on. Like, I generally talk OD loud. Like, I talk loud on the phone for a living. But when I'm with Candace, I have to purposely, like, yo, let me pull back a little bit because my natural state may not jive well with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
Nuggets. Facebook fam.
Brother.
Nuggets.
Go with your brother.
And,
but then in the same grace, because I know both of y'all in the same grace. I know everybody on here in the same grace. As recent Carl have called me out, women's tones can be nasty too and not even know it.
Is that right?
Y'all be like,
My God.
It's mainly my facial expressions too.
But I'm not.
But the thing is, you know what I've learned? Something that I won't even say learn. Something that I've come to deal with too, and I'm trying to work on. Like, yo, at the end of the day,
put your head over something.
This is gonna sound bad, but it is the truth. If you want to make a stupid face and look stupid, go right ahead. Because at the end of the day, that's your face.
You sound dumb.
No, I sound like
dumb or is it wrong?
Because at the end of the day, it's my face, but my face.
But Reese, that's what I'm saying. That what I said earlier. Your face isn't necessarily wrong. It just bothers me, so I'm just gonna let it rock and keep it pushing.
Keep it
pushing. But it's connected to you. How does it not bother you?
Because we all know we've been in situations and conversations where we 100% know that we're right. We 100% know that we're wrong. So if it's one of those and you want to make a face, there's nothing more that we can do that's going to sway. It's almost like the Jordan LeBron situation. There's nothing you can do that's going to make the situation change. Right. So why argue about it?
Right.
Put it in.
We need a part 2 and 3.
Yes, this is. We're gonna have to set this up. I'm dead serious. We're gonna have to set this up.
Hey, Miss Host, you all right?
Me and Kendra have checked out.
No, we trying to figure out why Zoom won't let us unblock Tim Zen. Like,
Tim, yo, can you please stop calling me Tim Zen? Yo, you see him growing my 5% beard and all that too.
You on your Zen stuff, bro.
You all right, bro?
Your beard real good though, bro. I gotta give it to you.
A part 2 of I don't like your face, but I'm gonna. Yo, Facebook said y'all gotta have a part 2 of I don't like your face, but I'm gonna deal with it.
Bridget.
We gonna do that.
That was funny.
Oh my gosh.
I'm down. What we'll do then, to our wonderful host that we thank them for having us, and make sure y'all put y'all Cash App in the description so we can help support the platform.
We'll get the church offering in there.
Hey man, listen, man, it takes money to present.
Yo, Umar,
tangible.
Stop, Dr. Umar.
Oh, let me stop. Oh my gosh.
Platform. You in my house. You in my house. Ow. I'm sorry. So we get.
Almost went on the end live so quick.
Well, no. Well, we can do a more elaborate setup to where we can get everybody in and have all the angles opposed like the various houses, so we can be in one room to make it easy.
I got some.
So whenever, just let us know. I mean, this year's kind of winding up. I think down, so we can get that set up and we'll figure out who's house.
If y'all available next week.
She trying to get next week.
I mean, for real, because this
Candace not gonna be here.
She ready? I think I'm good next Sunday.
If you're not going to Rochester.
Can that go be?
Oh, you forgot about that.
Mighty God. Siobhan, what were you saying?
Rufus,
you got something to say?
So I was about to say, okay, so back to, I know we got to end, but I had this on my mind. So do you men intentionally hold evidence so when y'all get into this argument, throw a jab at us?
All right, can I be? Ooh.
I think I had it because Kurt flipped around. But yeah, because
I can't help my memory.
Yeah, but you should have been said something if that bothered you. Don't wait till we in a heated discussion.
I was giving you grace. I was giving you grace.
Why? Because
but now that we're in an argument, I'm about to build my case. So
listen, Carl.
Evidence document number one, document number two.
Like a year ago.
No. I'm showing you a track record.
No, but you wasn't showing me the track record throughout the year. You showed me right then and that argument.
I'm showing you why
That's how the feds work, though.
What I'm doing right now is showing you why I'm upset, and here's how you got me to this point. So here's everything that
I would have never known because you already got me there, and I'm saying something now.
Now we're here. So here's what everything that happened from initial point to now.
Yeah, but that's not fair because if I'm only getting on you on what you did right then and there, why are you bringing something up from like that's not fair?
But I don't even.
We got an interjection.
Are valid to the discussion we're having right now.
No, that ain't right. Because now you just trying to throw blows.
Now, part of the reason why, because again, we are all of our lovely, melanin African American descent. You know what I'm saying? Part of the reason that our black men do that though is because of the way we have to live, and it's unfortunate and it sucks. And I wish we didn't have to live this way. But in the world we live in, we always kind of have to be on our P's and Q's to remember everything to protect ourselves.
From your wife?
No, but no. I'm saying in life. So at my job, on gigs, anywhere,
you give grace
because the deck is already stacked against me. I have to remember everything so that if there's a situation where somebody trying to play me, no, you're not about to do that. So unfortunately, sometimes that does slip in to, marriage and relationship and stuff like that, where we're talking and then you're like, nah, bro, 17 months ago, you definitely said A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And unfortunately, the other person will be like, I don't even remember that. But because we're men, we'll be like, ha. And that can be an effective communication. Like, I'm not saying it's right by any means, but I'm saying like that's part of the reason why it happens.
And it's not a thing about we're waiting. It's just literally, well, it's more so I want you to understand while we're in this moment. So I'm going to give you examples and evidence to support what I'm saying, opposed to just having it be an emotional reaction to the moment. So I want it to be an emotional reaction so you see why I'm upset. And now here's the logical fact to show you why it's also an issue. And then I want to outline so you can see the evidence, right? So you can have a tangible thing to see. Oh, this happened, that happened, this happened. Okay, now I understand. Right. And it's not to say I'm going to put it in your face like, oh, you trapped. Like, no. Do you recall doing X, Y, and Z and then back to ABC? And then here's your track record. The same way how our jobs do it. They may not tell you where you're doing bad, but they'll log, or you was late this day, late that day, you came back late from lunch break this time, or all that stuff like that. They log the same thing to build their case for why they're letting you go off. It's all about just building your case to prove your point or
and one of the biggest differences too is that men lead with their brain usually and women lead with their hearts. Basically logic versus emotion. And neither one of them is wrong, but that is kind of a communication thing that you got to be aware of when you start talking.
Absolutely, bro. Well,
stop.
Well, we figured it out, TJ. So you're unblocked. We just got you all straight.
Hey, have me in Zoom jail, B.
Bruh. Like what is going on over here?
Jim was
like
removed.
Yeah, we gonna.
Oh, because you didn't know my name,
bro. I was like, who is Tim Jim? And I'm like,
yeah, because it's real.
We couldn't figure it out.
I only use Zoom with my family, and that's what my uncles call me.
Gotcha.
Tim Jim.
Yeah.
Timothy James.
What in the Trump supporter?
My mama said another. Bridget said mentally with their brain. My mama said another part.
Oh my gosh.
Anyhow.
Well,
that's a male, not a man. Amen.
Amen. Lights.
Well, this has been really, really great. Thank you, Facebook family. All 6 of you who have laughed. It is probably us that are on to read the comments. Thank you so much, Facebook family. And we'll see you next week on Help, I'm Married to a Musician.
Chanel, stop.
Yo.
The streaming is done.
The stream is done?